So I was making some videos for some strategies for January when the Def Reset kicks off. And again, I understand, why not just start now? Well, we're doing a mission. We got to prepare for the mission, so that's what we're doing. One of the things that we're doing during Def Reset, one of the components of Def Reset is prioritize and execute, because you got to get things done, right? We want to reprogram the way we get things done in life, because if everyone was getting things done the way they were supposed to, everyone would be in a better situation, right?
I agree.
100%?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Very few exceptions, if any.
So I was going through good protocols to get things done. Number one, night before, obviously, write the things down that you're supposed to do tomorrow. Write them down. I know this seems like it's such a simple little thing, but it has a huge impact in the way. Look, there's probably some neuroscience behind the fact of writing it down and putting the list out and being able to sleep while you're thinking about it, subconsciously coming up with plans of execution. But I'm telling you, if you got stuff you got to do, you should write it down the night before. Make a little checklist. I used to be obsessed with checklists. I still do checklists, but I used to be crazy with checklists. Yeah. Even packing for a trip, every battery that was in my 3 kit bags of gear plus my big coffin bag, every battery had a little box with a check next to it. Every pair of socks had a box with a check next to it. Every pair of shooting glasses, box, check. So everything was a checklist. That's how you make sure you get things done. That's how you make sure you have the right equipment. So you write down the things that you have to do, and then you wake up and you prioritize and execute. Now, here's the advice that I'm giving around this. Prioritize and execute. Generally, when we talk about that from a leadership perspective, you want to focus on the things that are going to have the biggest impact on the team. So if we are in a gunfight and we have a wounded guy and we got civilians to deal with and we have our forces in a bunch of different places, what we're going to focus on first is the gunfight, because that's the biggest problem that we have. We're going to focus on the biggest problem. Once we solve that problem, we move on to the wounded guy, because that's our next biggest problem. Then we worry about the civilians and we worry about getting a head count. This is what we do. This is what we teach. Same thing in business. You're going to have situations in business that are blowing up, causing problems, clients flying off the handle, making extreme threats to the company. Like, these things are happening. You got to go deal with those things. But when it comes to getting things done in your life, and this does include your business, this does include your family, what I want you to do, one of the things that I'm advising you to do, is do the strategic things first. This is a little bit counterintuitive. What do I mean by strategic? That means I want you to do the things that are long-term in nature. Do those things first. Do the long-term projects before you do what is due today or what is due tomorrow. And I know this is counterintuitive. The thought would be, hey, I'm just going to do whatever's due soonest. That's what I'm going to work on right now, right? Hey, this is the thing that's facing me right now. I'm going to do that. It's wrong. You should actually do the longer term things first. And I think this is, I actually feel a little bit bad about this. Sometimes we'd be training with Dean, and Dean will like show me some technique. And he'd be like, oh, to get out of that, you just do this. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you show me that 4 years ago? Yeah. And we go, oh, I kind of thought you knew. I kind of feel bad about this right now. I kind of feel like this, that I haven't really emphasized this. This is something that I've done for a long time, and I haven't emphasized that I do this and why I do this. But when you make up your list of things that you have to do the strategic things first. So if you've got a long-term project, that's what you should do first. So for instance, what's the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning? Echo Charles. Every day.
Brush teeth.
Brush teeth. What do I do when I get done? Work out. Okay. Wait a second. Is that strategic?
Work it out?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it is. You see that automatically a light should be coming on in your head right now.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So the first thing I do is this strategic, long-term, beneficial thing. That's what I'm going to do first. Guess what? I've got a book due. I'm writing a book. The book's going to take 4 months to write. Guess what? I'm doing that next. Going to write for 1 hour. Gonna write for 45 minutes or whatever. I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna spend the first hour or 45 minutes or 30 minutes or 90 minutes focused on things that will pay off in the long run. Then I can do the things that need to be done today. Then I can do the things that need to be done, by lunchtime. Then I can put out the fires. Then I can do the little tactical things. Now, bear in mind, this probably means that you are likely going to have to do the strategic things before other people show up. That's why I get up early in the morning. Because I want to get that strategic workout done. A workout is a strategic move in your life. It's not going to make an impact today. Look, it will make you feel a little bit better today. Sure. It's going to get your blood flowing. Yes. It's going to get your concentration up. Yes. It's going to make you focus. Yes. All those things. But those are just like little things. The strategic win is you're healthy in 4 years from now. That's what's strategic about it. So I have to get to work. I have to get up earlier so I can do that. I'm also going to write that book for 40 minutes. I'm going to do that before anyone else shows up to work or before anyone's going to call me or send me an email that they need some emergency solved. So when I get done with the strategic things, then I can do the little tactical things. Most jobs require you to be in the game for now, tactical today. That's what most things are. Most human beings that have jobs, they're trying to solve a problem that's due at lunchtime, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow morning, client calling, like meeting this afternoon. That's what most people are doing in most jobs all the time. And if we're not careful, we can let those tactical short-term things destroy our strategic goals. That's what can happen. And you look up in 2 weeks, you look up in 2 months, you look up in 2 years, and you've made no progress towards your strategic goals. And that's horrible. And as a matter of fact, if it's something like health, if you don't work out today, you're going backwards. You're going backwards. You wake up in 2 years and you wake up in 2 weeks, you haven't worked out, you're going to feel it. 2 months not working out, you're in a bad situation. Do not allow that. Do the strategic things first as often as you can. As often as you can. They will add up. And that's how you're going to win. And I apologize to the world for not talking about this in that kind of detail before.